In this video, I'm going to show you a very simple 15-minute practice routine over an F jazz blues. And not only am I going to show you these 3 fundamental jazz patterns that will help your practice, help your technique, help your understanding of what to play over these chords, but I'm going to connect all 3 of them so you can start to see how these patterns are so essential that they actually form the building blocks of other jazz lines, jazz vocabulary. And that's really my goal with this lesson, my previous 15-minute practice routines, as well as my broader 31 Essential Jazz course. So let's get into it. So we're gonna start off with a really simple one that I call chromatic descent. This is number 2, chromatic descent number 2. And it's really just starting on a chord tone. In this case, we're gonna do the root of the chord and also the flat 7th. Starting on the chord tone, descending twice chromatically. So say we're on F7, we go F, E, E flat, and then we return back to the root note. So something you've heard a bunch of times. So that little pattern is what we're going to practice over this F blues. So that's pattern 1, real simple. The next pattern we're going to look at is what's called a pivot arpeggio. And we're going to start this on the 3rd. So the 3rd of each chord. So for F7, we have the 3rd is A. So we're going to start on the A. And now instead of going up to the next chord tone in that chord, C, so F, A, C, E flat for F7, instead of going ascending to that C, we're going to jump down a 6th to the lower C. That's the pivot that's occurring. So once we've done that, then we can continue ascending in that direction. So we have A to low C, and then E flat, and then we're going up to G. So instead of playing the root of the chord, we're going to play the 9th. So F7. Another way to think about this arpeggio is that it's really just an A minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. So again, A, C, E flat, G. A, C, E flat, G. So let's do that for these pivot arpeggios over an F blues again. This is at 90 BPM, by the way. These pivot arpeggios are really important to practice because we usually have a string skip. I talked about this in some of my other videos. So let's say this first one on F7. I'm going to start with an up pick and then down, down, down. Or here, if we do it in a different octave, we'll do the up pick as well. And then down, up, down. The final exercise is a 3-note enclosure, and we're going to target the 7th, starting below it and then above it, and then we'll get to the 7th of each chord. So in this case, when we're targeting F7, we start on this sharp 5 into the 6th, and this starts on an upbeat, so 3, 4, 1, and 2. So it's from the sharp 5th to the 6th to the root and then to the 7th. So we're enclosing this 7th, starting below and then above and then hitting it. So we'll do that for all of the chords on F blues. All 3 of these patterns are worth practicing first individually and take about 5 minutes in the 15-minute practice routine to do that. Once you feel really comfortable about this and each of those patterns, then we can start to link them together. So in this next part, I'm going to play through an etude that links through each of those three and just see if you can hear where each of those patterns are happening. So the first, the second, or the third pattern linked up. They might be in different orders. So let's try this study. And you can get the full PDF for this, as well as 9 other PDFs for other standards for 15-minute practice routines by looking in the description below. I'm going to release the first volume of 15-minute practice routines over some different standards using these essential jazz patterns. And it's really going to be a cool thing that you guys can access, even if you're not part of Chase's Guitar Academy. If you are part of that, you're going to get this for free. But if you're one of the first 100 people to grab this ebook, you'll get a discount. So anyways, check the description in the description box below. Now let's do the final etude. Okay, so you can check out these 15-minute practice routines in any of these videos right here. I have a couple other on YouTube, as well as checking out the full ebook, volume 1, 10 standards that I'm sure you guys know and want to practice, in the description box below. Special discount for the first 100 people to grab it. So grab it while it is hot. See you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.